Morning everyone, from a very cold platform this morning. It's one of the coldest starts this morning. I think currently it's about 9 degrees, only warming up to 12. Autumn is officially here. It actually feels like it's September. But I'm actually going to be ticking off some stations on the chase line today, or revisiting the chase line, as you could say. But I'm going to do it properly this time. But first things first, I was originally supposed to be filming a fast vlog this morning, which involved me catching my favourite train ever, the 390-155 Pendolino, only to find out that this day, I'm sure they did do these things on purpose to wind me up, but at the last minute they decided to swap it for a Liverpool train, and not run it on the London-Birmingham train. So the 390 favourite train Pendolino will be have to done another time, and I'll have to double, triple check that it is running that train. But anyway, well, we've got some more time basically to do this chase line station, because I wasn't going to change it international, but I was going to go straight through to New Street.
To ride platform number 1, the 0936 London
Not mine.
Rail service to Birmingham.
I'm going to get the Pendolino so I can get breakfast. Shut up.
International, Marston Green and Birmingham New Street.
Anything else I want to interrupt my vlog? So yeah, I'm going to change the New Street then. So we're actually calling at the following stations along the way: Bloxwhich North, Landywood, Cannock, Hednesford, however the bloody hell you pronounce it, Rugeley Town, Rugeley Trent Valley. So yes, what? You shut up. So now I'm doing those stations. Actually, at Rugeley Trent Valley, I'm going to do S trains running high. We've got a Pendolino passing. 390-129 for your Pendolino fans. So yeah, I should stop talking now, and I'll meet you at Birmingham New Street for changing trains to get to the first station, Bloxwich. When I say we're properly doing it, I mean we're getting out at every single station doing it, not passing by them like I did last year. We're doing it properly now, Sam. Properly. Now here at Birmingham New Street, what have we got at this station then? A couple of West Midlands. I think that's a 172. We've got a cross country 170, a London North Western 350, a cross country 221. And we have an Avanti Pendolino, which I've just got off. I'm actually stood by the bay platform 4C, the only bay platform here at Birmingham New Street in the north direction. It's only wide enough for 4 carriages as well. And I'm actually always also down there at the bottom, a pretty 158 just coming in. And I'm actually waiting here for the Rugeley Trent Valley service. It's not here yet, but I imagine in the next 5-10 minutes we should see it arriving on platform 4C. And I think this is the first ever time, but I could be wrong, I've caught a London North Western service off of platform 4C at Birmingham New Street. Well, I wasn't expecting to see this at Birmingham New Street. It's actually one of the new trains on a test run. That's a nice bonus. Well, now we've got a bonus video, haven't we? Because in fact there is, just in the distance over there, we've got a test one of the new trains for West Midlands Railways on test, and I wasn't actually expecting to see that at Birmingham New Street today. I should have looked to see what's coming through, shouldn't I? We've got a 352, this is 352-38 coming in, which I'm not too fussed about a 352 on, because they're designed for this line. It's a commuter line. The 352-38 is coming through to take me to our first station of Bloxwich. I know a few people are going to point this out, but Sam, if you're doing a chase line, why aren't you doing Witton, Perrybar, Hampstead, or Cambridge Parkway, Bescott Stadium, or Walsall then? And there's 2 answers to that question. It would take all day, and I'd do that as part of a Birmingham to Wolverhampton video if I did that. so mainly focusing on a bit from Walsall to to Rugeley Trent Valley, and even if I did all the stations, that's 100% not possible for a year anyway, because pay bars closes for refurbishment. So it's just going to have to be the bit from Walsall to Rugeley Trent Valley, but that's the bit I was always planning on doing anyway, not the bit from Birmingham to Walsall. And besides, not every Chase line train goes to Aston. They quite often go express from Birmingham to Cambridge, like the one I'm on now. Now I made it to Bloxwhich Station 1, and so we've actually got 2 trains in the platforms at the same time. We've got one going Rugeley, one going Birmingham. That's amusing. Anyway, Bloxwhich then. I'll let the train go out first, and then we'll go back on. I think the train's there actually. But yeah, Bloxwhich. We did come here last year, but now we're going to be doing it again this year. In fact, the train's going now. This is my train, 35238. Anyway, so Bloxwhich then. It is a West Midlands Railway run station with 2 platforms. Don't worry, all the stations are going to be 2 platforms today, except for Rugeley Trent Valley, which we're not technically visiting, as we're doing that as part of a train spotting live. Potentially, I'm not 100% sure on that one as well, but just the bit up to Rugeley, and then I'll end the vlog at Rugeley Trent Valley. Let's see if we can say goodbye to the conductor. There goes my conductor, and then there goes my there goes the other train, 35262 in the other direction. So yeah, I'm going to do not doing any filming here. We're just here for the sole purpose of ticking it off. So now Bloxwhich gets a tick. Yes, I've been on the platform. Now let's wait for the next Rugeley Trent Valley service. And we're going to be doing this for about 4 hours. Forgot to mention at Bloxwhich Station is that they actually, all of the stations on the Chase line, they all use 350 London North Western sets. .350 405 is taking us to our next stop. Bloxwhich North, just 2 minutes north of Bloxwhich, so 2 stations in the Bloxwhich area of Walsall in the West Midlands. West Midlands Railway Station, and we're going to do a Gelos Trains with Simon Trains. So you guessed it, it's got 2 platforms indeed. Hopefully those dark clouds don't mean a lot of rain or storms. Thankfully we do have a shelter though. But I was just putting out that looks like one of those old summer forces signals, like a model of it. It's not the actual real ones, because obviously they're all electric signals on this line now, and he filmed a man, let's not do that or blur his face. But yeah, all signs. Landywood, and it's just started to rain, although BBC Weather, which is the one I usually trust, said it's going to be no rain. Siri though said it's going to be drizzle for the next hour. I think I trust Siri more than the BBC. But anyway, Landywood, 2 platforms, but it doesn't look like 2 platforms. Sam, it looks like 1 because there's no platform on that side. Then if you just look down there, it's staggered. There's not many like stations like this where it's staggered, but because of the road bridge, and I'm gonna go take refuge in the shelter so I don't get soaked, it's actually over there. So yeah, I'm gonna hang out here for the next train is at 12:45, so it's thankfully only 21 minutes wait in the rain. So I'm just gonna be in the weird look, graffitied up shelter. I'm not going to show you some of the graffiti in here because I've just looked at it and it's very inappropriate, and we're talking very inappropriate, and it might offend some people, so I'm not going to show you the graffiti. But yeah, I'm in the shelter right now, taking refuge from the rain. 21 minutes until the next Rugeley Trent Valley station service, but Landywood gets a tick, and I've got out of it as well, so it gets a star for me getting it out. The features at all these stations mainly just involve a help point, a shelter. There probably is a ticket machine somewhere, but I haven't seen one yet. And your dot matrix display indicators. So yeah, I'm gonna wait for the next train to take us to Cannock now. I tell people what I mean by the weather changes every 5 minutes. Look at that like rain system which is moving over. And then now looks like the blue skies and sunshine is coming down, but we just had a bit of rain coming over, but I took refuge in the shelter, which again I'm not going to show you because it's got some very inappropriate and offensive graffiti. Train incoming to take us to Cannock. A place I've been to near the motorway but never on the train. And we've got a 350, 350. Is this the one we got on earlier? It is. Wow. I wonder if the same conductor, 350, 405 again. Conductor's going to be thinking, what on earth am I doing getting at all the stations and get the train again? Cannock. 2 platforms. You guessed it. West Midlands Railway Run. And now we've got 33 minutes. I say 33. About 32 minutes now from the next train. That one was running a couple of minutes ago. That was our first late one of the day. A few in the Birmingham direction have been quite late, and it's also worth noting that the trains in the into Birmingham are so much busier compared to ones going into Rugeley, and that's genuinely because they're going out of the city. However, and this is why I'm doing this in the off peak before it hits 4 o'clock. Once it hits 4 o'clock, they get busy both ways, both to Rugeley and Birmingham, because obviously that's rush hour. But I'll be long gone by then. Because we're just finished halfway now. We're at the 4th station. We've got Hednesford after this and Rugeley Town to do, and then we'll be on the home stretch after going via Rugeley Trent Valley. Oh, in regards to the ticket, by the way, I bought a Rugeley Town off-peak day recliner. I can use it by both Rugeley Trent Valley and Birmingham. On the way there, I used it via Birmingham, take it to Rugeley Town, and then I'll use the return ticket once we hit Rugeley Town. And I just always explain to the guard I'm breaking the journey, but most of the guards never ask. I think I've only had to do that once, explain to somebody when that was in Staffordshire, but I was breaking my journey. Anyway, there's some nice pictures, advertisements and pictures here, even of the poppy here at Cannock Station, and also this station. I'll show you this up. It's actually quite high up compared to the other ones, and then I'll quickly run you down here, and then I'm going to eat some more food, my dessert next. I'll take down here because you can see the track literally right next to it as you go down this ramp to the exit. Right, if you come down here, you literally look how close you can get to the track here. Obviously there's the gate. This is kind of access here for engineers to get onto the line. And obviously a couple of years back this line was recently electrified. Previously this line used to run 150s, but then those 150s got cascaded over to Northern, I think it was, and Great Western, and also they used to run 170s on there, but now all of them have gone to East Midlands Railway, so now it's all the 350s. And I think there was a 323 one running at one point back in the day, but now those are just on the cross city line. But anyway, I'm just going to wait for my next train, which is in half an hour, to take us to Hednesford or Hednesford. I'm not sure how you pronounce the next one. The Rugeley and Cannock locals might have to tell me that one. We've now made it to, however the hell you pronounce this, Hednesford, whatever it's called. But anyway, it's got 2 platforms, West Midlands Railway one, of course, like all of them. Now, I was going to do a train spotting live, but we just shut about it. I'm still not sure if I'm going to do that now. Yeah, I'll have to judge that when the time we get to Rugeley TV. The Hednesford, something unique about this station is it actually can be used as a terminus turnaround point for when the services are running extremely late going up to Rugeley. Instead of them taking them all to Rugeley, they terminate them back at Hednesford. Hence why there's a signal on that platform. And then if you come down here, you probably won't be able to see it from here, but just beyond platform 1, which is the main platform for trains to Birmingham, or the Rugeley train that we put onto there. If you just come on here, around here, and this also happens in engineering work. So when they did some track replacement works at Rugeley, they terminated it here at Hednesford. And if I take you all the way down here, I'm not sure, I'll show you, I'll spin the camera right round, if you can see the track where comes in. Right, I'm at the passengers do not cross point now, but hang on, let me see if I can show you. So here's your two platforms. You've got a signal there for the Rugeley bound platform. That signal is basically always on red. It's to stop the trains that are going on there, because that becomes that way only, because that platform can be used in terminating the platform in the event that the trains are delayed. That did happen quite a lot when they were running London Euston Rugeley Trent via Birmingham, but they're not running that anymore. It's Rugeley Trent via Birmingham New Street or Rugeley Trent via Birmingham International. But then if you just come round here, not sure if you can see in the distance, past that signal, there's actually a set of points which take this line onto that one, so they can terminate it back if it's come from Birmingham at Hednesford. But yeah, that doesn't happen too often. And my next train to Rugeley Trent Valley is actually going to Rugeley Town, and I'm going to get there. And then, yeah, I've got 20 minutes here at Hednesford, and then Rugeley Town I think I've got half an hour, so I mean, because it's 2 an hour, but they're kind of every 20 and 40 minutes apart, which is a little bit annoying, but it is what it is, to be honest with you. But anyway, yeah, right, it's been confirmed we are not doing a train spot live at Rugeley Trent Valley, because I'm only there for half an hour, just changing trains. I will probably include it in the chase ride vlog. Actually, I wasn't going to do it, include a bit, and that's why. And if there's any freight coming through, I'll film that as a bonus, and I'll end the vlog there. But there's no point, because I don't like to do these train spot live for an hour, and then because I'm going to be getting the 14 and 35 off of Rugeley Town, take us up to Rugeley Trent Valley. So yeah, there's no actual point in doing what's it called? The train's running live at Rugeley TV. But yeah, I'm just gonna stand around here for 16 minutes for the next train. So I've made it to Rugeley Town. It is a West Midlands railway station, and it's got 2 platforms. But we've got something special, and then we'll show you that at the next station. But anyway, this is I was going to do that's the final station if I was doing the trains by live, but I'm not doing that trains by live. And it looks like there's a bit of building work, so I might get some action here, shall I? Get some action. Although these dark clouds, again, do not look very impressive. I would say maybe we'll get some lightning out of that, however, BBC's predicting some cloud at the moment. They're right about the cloud, but will any rain or any other action appear out the clouds? But anyway, Rugeley Town is actually the second station in Rugeley, the one closest to the town centre, and the other one's connects to the West Coast main line at Rugeley. And then there's actually a disused railway here, and I thought, whilst I've got a half 35-minute wait, I will show you kind of where it used to be. However, by the looks of it, they've built houses on the land, so in the old car park. So I'm gonna hopefully, guys, try and squeeze my way around. It's also worth noting that the stations, if you want step-free access, you have to go all the way around, because it's stairs, and it's like one of the only ones which has got like a footbridge. All the others, it's ramps. So yeah, but anyway, the next train is going to be at 13. I said the board's broken. I was like 13. It's 2 o'clock. Next train is going to be at 14:36. And currently it is 2 o'clock. So 35-minute wait here. Right, don't kill me, but I think that's used to where a disused where we used to branch off. It was called the Breakley Colliery line. I might have to do, but I'm gonna look up Wikipedia now and do some research before I get back to you. Also, it's also worth noting there's no more power station in Rugeley now. The final piece of it got demolished back in June the 6th, 2021. So now we're just left, we've still got the branch line actually. I'm not going to walk down to the branch line show because it's a 17-minute walk, but I'll show you the remains of disused railway in around Rugeley Town Station before I get the final train to Rugeley TV. But anyway, I'm going to walk up this footbridge and see if I can get some better shots and do my research. This is Rugeley Town Station. There are a lot of houses over here, but I generally thought there used to be an abandoned railway here. I'm not even entirely sure now, but we've also got a ticket machine here, and trains to Warsaw, Birmingham platform 1, trains to Rugeley platform 2, although I've looked on Wikipedia, this station does have a tiny bit of history for it, and I will share that with you now. This station actually did close as part of the Beeching Acts in 1965. However, in I want to say it's 1997 now, the station actually reopened, and this was actually resited. But all the way down here we do actually have a junction which used to take us to the old power station when that was open. However, that's been fully closed since 2016, and it was finally fully demolished on the 6th of June 2021. But there's no more cooling towers here in Rugeley now. I'm going to go back over to the other platform though and take refuge in the shelter, as it looks like it's about to chuck it down with rain. Final thing to point out before we leave Rugeley Town Station, and because the train's in 5 minutes, is you can actually see where they put the platform extensions in, because you can see if you're up there it used to slope down because like the end for that one. However, so they could fit 4 carriages on, they've added another carriage length, and then it's the same down the bottom end of platform 2. I just thought I'd point that out. They're both the same, so there's no point in me walking down there and show you. But it's almost time to leave Rugeley Town Station and get the 1436 to Rugeley TV. Now then, here's something interesting and completely different. Rugeley Trent Valley, London North Western Railway run station. West Midlands Railway Services also stop on to the Birmingham, and we've got the crew to London. One's 3 platforms, so I've been saying 2 platforms all day, but it's platforms 1 and 2. Yeah, platforms 2 and 3, and platforms 1. But back in the heyday, apparently the chase line used to continue to Staffordshire. However, that's no longer the chase. You have to change and pick up another one. Although the tracks do go up to Bloxwhich Junction, and then they start the service going up to Birmingham New Street. But it did once go to Stafford, because there used to be a disused station up the line called Bloxwhich. But anyway, we're basically finished up here now. I'm going to film any freight trains or anything that comes through, and then I'm going to catch the 15:05 home, and I'll leave you with a clip of the train journey home. So thanks for watching, guys.